Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about Phase 2 of Legion Remix, and I will explain everything new that will be added into the game during this second phase, and also all the new rewards and new things you will be able to get. So this Phase 2 will be released on the 21st of October, so next Tuesday. And with this, you will basically have access to a few new things. First of all, the most important is of course the new raid, which is gonna be the Nightfallen raid with Gul'dan at the end. And you will also have the Mega Dungeon, which is this one here, the Return to Karazhan. Next to that, you will also be able to do the Insurrection storyline in Suramar. So this is one of the main storylines you will be able to do in this zone. And here, this one will reward you with this mount right here, the Arcanist Mana Saber. So this is basically, again, the main quest line. And also, when you will be doing that, you will be able to get this achievement done, Insurrection, which will, as you can see, reward you with one additional infinite knowledge point. So this is a really good thing because, again, the infinite knowledge is what allows you to get more infinite power from any sources from Legion Remix. You will also be able to get 2 other new infinite knowledge points by doing the new Mythic and Heroic Return to Karazhan dungeon. So here, as you can see, you will be able to get these ones right here. And then also you will be able to get more when doing the new raid Nightfallen. So here, as you can see, the Nightfallen, you will just need to defeat all the different bosses in any difficulty, and you will be able to get an additional infinite knowledge point. So overall, this is really good and something that I would recommend you to do right away as soon as this new phase will launch, because again, infinite knowledge are super important, and here they're going to be actually pretty easy to unlock. So here the good thing is that because we have now an additional raid and an additional dungeon, it means that it's going to be even easier and faster to farm a lot of infinite power, to farm some bronze, and also to gear up your different characters. Because again, raids and dungeons are the fastest way for you to gear up your different characters and to get tons of infinite power and things like that. And so here, with this new raid as part of the rotation, you will have the LFR, normal, heroic, mythic version, and you will also have the mythic, heroic, and normal dungeon for the dungeon. So again, and you will also have the mythic, heroic, and normal version of the new dungeon. So again, tons of new sources for you to get more infinite power and all these other things. Also, normally from what Blizzard said in their content release picture, basically we're supposed to also get some new world quests. So I don't know if these world quests will mainly just be in Suramar or if we'll also be able to get more in other parts of the map. But just something for you to remember, because world quests are also a pretty efficient way to get tons of these different things, especially sometimes these different cash and just different type of rewards. So just something as well that normally will be added with this second phase. Now, more importantly, with this second phase, we will also be able to get some new cool rewards that will become available from all the different vendors. So first we have this new Mana Saber mount right here, which I really like. It's also an unarmored version, which I think is really cool. Then next to that, of course, we have all the new Bone Steed mounts, which I think are some of the coolest mounts that we can get through Legion Remix. I mean, these are super nice. They were available since Legion, but only as optional mounts or temporary mounts for Death Knights. And finally, we are now able to actually get them as mounts in the game. This one is definitely my favorite. I think the green, no. This one is definitely my favorite. I think the colors, especially the blue and red, work really well together. Then we also have this other one, which is the green and blue version. Then we have this one, the purple and blue version. And then we also have, of course, the Reigns of Midnight, which will now become available at the vendor for 100,000 of the different bronze. So again, something that is also really cool. Then you will also have the 2 mounts from Gul'dan. So you have the green version, the Living Infernal Core. And then you also have the Friendlish Hellfire Core, which is the red version. Then in terms of toys and also pets, here you will be able to buy the following ones. So you have the big red ray gun, One interesting thing to note is this one is actually binds when used. So if you have too much bronze, by the end of the event, just buy a few of these toys and you will be able to then sell them hopefully on the auction house. Because normally what you have in your inventory will be transferred to the retail version of the game. Just something for you to remember. Then we have the crate of bobbers, tugboats, the cat's head, the can of worms, and also the wooden pepe. And we have the golden earthstone card lore Jarajux that normally drops from Gul'dan in the Nighthold. And this one, as you can see, is 100,000 bronze, so this is quite a lot for this toy, but this is a pretty fun toy overall. For those of you who are not familiar with this toy, basically this is what you will be able to do. So you will transform yourself into Lord Jarajux, and then you can just say these different sentences. And this is something that will last for 50 seconds or 1 minute. And then as you can see, you have 3 hours cooldown on this toy. So yeah, overall, just a simple toy, something pretty nice. But as this is a really rare drop, some people might want to buy it from the vendor while it's available that way. When it comes to the different sets, sadly, there's not really any new sets because the Nighthold was part of the first series of raids. And so you will have the same appearances that will drop from this raid. So you will have to wait for the next phase to have access to some of these over tier sets right here. Sadly, with phase 2, we are not getting any new transmogs. So here, as you can see, most of them will come from Argus. And even the new heritage armor set for the Lightfall Journey and also the Nightborn will only be available at that moment. And then we also don't really have any new world apparel sets. So here, as you can see, most of them will be with the Legion Fall, which is the next one. And of course, also Argus. So again, when it comes to transmogs, this phase is not the most interesting because we're not getting anything brand new. So that's pretty much it. Everything new that will be added into Legion Remix with phase 2. So this is not the biggest phase. The biggest one is probably going to be phase 4 with the release of Argus. And also phase 3 is pretty big with the Tomb of Sargeras and the Broken Shores. But for this one, really what I would personally recommend you to do is try as soon as it launches to do the new raid and also to do the new dungeon in both Eric Mythic difficulty. So like that, you will be able to get the new infinite knowledge points. And then if you have some time, also do the campaign in the Suramar zone for the Insurrection part of the campaign. And like that, you will be able to get your 4 new knowledge points, which again is something really important to do right away to then get more infinite power from all the other sources. And of course, after that, just add the Nighthold to your daily rotation of doing all the different raids in all the different difficulties. And hopefully it will help you gear up even more fast and also to get even more infinite power. So that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!